Happy Thursday to you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day and that you've been enjoying the video so far this week. I want to take a little pause in our happiness series, and I got a comment from someone about sleep. And I think that is a very important topic right now. I know that my sleep schedule has been insane. So I want to talk to you a little bit about 4 tips that I have for getting better sleep, for sleeping longer, and for taking care of your body in the process. So I'm going to give you 4 tips based on science that will help you sleep better. So the first one is, I love this one, separate your areas, okay? Separate your areas. What does that mean? That means everything in your house should have a purpose, okay? In your dining room, you should eat. In your kitchen, you eat and cook, right? In your living room, you relax and spend time with family. In your office or workspace, you work. But in your bedroom, and specifically in your bed, you should only sleep. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, I don't have all these spaces, Mr. Frost. Okay, so let's say you just have a bedroom. You should have some type of separation of your areas so that when you get into that space, your brain knows what to do. Remember in social psych, we talked about heuristics and mental shortcuts, and our brain likes to take shortcuts because it helps it preserve energy. So, this is one of those things where once we get into a space, our brain makes an assumption about what we're going to do in our space. And in order to perform whatever function it is, our brain will put energy and focus toward that thing. So, if you have a bedroom where you're eating, sleeping, talking on the phone, hanging out, and studying all in your bed, your poor brain has no clue what to do when you get into the bed. It doesn't know if you're going to be stimulated for the next 3 hours by, Twitter, or if you're actually trying to go to sleep. So, one of the best things to do is to make sure you stay committed to your spaces. Even if it means you have to study on the floor, do not study in your bed. Make sure when you get in the bed, you are getting in the bed to go to sleep and no other reason. That will help you get to sleep much quicker. The second thing, light. Light, light, light. Okay. Why is light important? Okay. So in our brain, we have this thing called the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's not true. It's called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN for short, and that is the trigger in our head that reacts to light that either produces or stops producing melatonin. And melatonin is one of the neurotransmitters. It is the primary neurotransmitter that helps release and gets us sleepy, right? It helps us to get sleepy. And some of you might take a melatonin supplement if you're having trouble sleeping. Well, guess what? Your body produces it already. However, we can do things to hurt that. For example, this little phone here, TikTok, the biggest enemy of us all, that once you get into bed, well, if you scroll on TikTok for the next 2 hours, you are constantly letting that light in, and your poor little SCN is like, I just want to produce melatonin and put you to sleep. But you're like, no, you must wait and let me consume all these videos, and you will never get yourself to sleep. Now, eventually you'll get tired, right? That will just happen. However, if you want that to happen quicker and to feel better, it's easier if you put your phone down like 30 minutes. And if you really can't do 30, just 10. Okay. 10 minutes before you're going to sleep. Make sure lights are off. The flip side of that is if you sleep with your windows open, then when the natural light comes in the morning, that can help trigger your brain to get you up. Now, that might take some time for you to get used to. However, our bodies are pretty naturally correlated to the 24-hour day cycle, and so they are meant to rise when the sun rises and to go to sleep when the sun goes down. Okay, tip number 4. Get on a sleep schedule. Okay, I laugh because I'm not on a very good sleep schedule right now, but the idea is that when it is day, be awake. When it is night, go to sleep. Okay? You can train your brain to know, get sleepy at this time because I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock every night. So if you go to bed at 9 o'clock every night and don't have light and you've separated your areas, your brain will know around 9 o'clock, hey, we got to get out of here, right? Same thing in the morning. If you continue to wake up at the same time, your body will start to feel awake at that time. And that can help you have a more fulfilling sleep cycle, a more full sleep cycle. So that's really important to have that schedule. Also, no naps. Now you're going to say, what? No naps? And I will agree with you that I know naps are beneficial sometimes, but here's the problem. Since our bodies are on a sleep cycle, when you nap, and especially if you end up napping for like 4 hours after school, which I know some of you do because you tell me, you have now restarted or interrupted your body's natural cycle. So when you try to go to sleep again later, it's going to be much harder. And so you end up staying up till 2 a.m. doing homework, and then you're trying to get up the next morning for school, and you struggle and you're tired and sleep in first period. That is not good. Naps are disruptive. However, if you absolutely must nap, take about 20 to 30 minutes, set your alarm, and only let it be that small amount of time, okay? Do not let it extend beyond that. Otherwise, you have disrupted and kind of restarted your sleep cycle. The last tip I have for you when it comes to sleep: no food or drink close to bedtime. This is another one I'm so bad at. And I'm not giving you these tips because I do them. I know that they work, and I know that they're good, and they're backed by research. That doesn't mean I abide by them, at least right now. During the school year, I try to. Okay. You do not want to consume food or drink during or close to bedtime. You want your body systems to be shutting down. You do not want your body systems to be starting up. You do not want energy to be being produced while you're trying to go to sleep. Now, there is milk actually helps produce serotonin, and serotonin is involved in the sleep process and encouraging sleep. So that might be one exception to that rule. I know there's lots of teas that they talk about that can do that, but nothing really beats just the natural process of your body trying to sleep. You will go to sleep at some point, right? It is biological. We cannot fight that. The question is, what is the quality of that sleep? And what are you going to do to make sure that that is good sleep? So here's 4 tips for you. I hope you take these into consideration. Try them out. Give it some time. Give it like a week or two, right? It won't be automatic, but try these 4 things out for a week and let me know if it has helped your sleep cycle, if it has helped you sleep better, more fulfilling, and not feel as bad and fall asleep quicker. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.